Alright, today is November 1st, 2024. It is a Monday. We're at Field Point in St. Joseph, Missouri. I am Jerry Page. Thank you for having me over today. I appreciate it. So, a little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up?
Where or when?
Well, where?
In a very small town in Illinois called Auburn.
Auburn. And where is that located, roughly about?
South of Springfield, the capital, about 18 miles south.
Oh, wow. So, that's pretty close to Springfield. What is your educational background?
I have 1 year of college at Southern Illinois University.
Okay. And you said 1 year, so when was that and why just 1 year?
That was in 1952, and I knew that if I was going to, my husband and I were going to get married, that I was going to have to go to work and get started because he was going to be going on to college, and he needed, so I decided to do that.
What did he decide to do for college?
He had an agriculture. He was born on a farm, and he started out that he would teach ag. And as time went on, that became more and more his thing to do, stay in the agriculture field, and went on and got his doctorate degree.
Oh wow, that's really awesome. So what business did you own and operate? And you mentioned earlier your husband also owned and operated these.
Yes, because of his background, and it was mainly in animal nutrition, and he saw a need for some of the big companies there to furnish or to have a business that we specialized in the ingredients that went into it, like your minerals, your vitamins, and all that. And then we would sell that to the big companies.
Oh, wow. Can you name some of those big companies that you sold it to?
Friskies. Gotta think about this for a minute. The big one for the dogs. I can't remember right now.
That's okay. We can come back to it later.
Okay.
If you think of it, just come out and say it.
Yeah.
So what were some things that influenced many of your business decisions? What made you decide to go into nutrition, or what made you sell to certain companies and not others, if that was the case?
Well, my husband had seen the need for this in some of the big companies. They didn't have anybody, the right educated people that knew how to do the nutritionally. And he saw that need, and he felt very strongly that that would work, that he'd do nothing but specialize in that. And so we came to St. Joseph, and for us to start a business doing that.
Wow. So he's seen a problem. He's like, I want to fix this.
Yes.
That's awesome. That is really awesome. So what was some of the impact you had on the community in St. Joseph, for example?
A lot of it was my husband had a very good sense of humor and really loved to meet people and got out there to know, and we found a good backing from bankers and from attorneys, and we got to know all of them and got to be real good friends with a lot of these people.
Oh, wow. That's pretty neat. That's awesome. So did what was happening around the world affect your business at all? Any of the big news events that was happening, did that have any effect?
No, not really. It didn't. It was, and when I think about that, I feel how lucky we were. We were able to keep on going with everything, you know. And I would say we did it.
I probably should have put this before, but about what years did you guys run your business?
Oh my goodness, this is, well, 1979 we moved here, and it wasn't long within a couple of years, we started in really thinking, getting serious about it.
Wow.
And well, I might add, as it turned out, we hired several of our own family, and a daughter and her husband came in and really ran the place then for us.
Wow, nice. And are they still running it?
No, we've sold.
You sold?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it was time to sell because my husband's health was going downhill. So
Understandable. Did you have any say in advertising, or did your husband have say in any sort of advertising, or is that a little bit different?
yeah, we really didn't advertise. He was pretty well known for because of all the schooling he'd done. He met a lot of people that went on to be into these businesses, and they knew what his capabilities were. Imes is another company that we do a lot.
Okay, awesome. What is your most memorable moment when it comes to the business? Anything that just pops in your head, you're just like, oh, I gotta share this with everybody.
Oh my. Probably, well, I know they have an award here in town for women once a year, women in business and how they do well. And I won that. My daughter was up there with me, and I understand I didn't see this, but he was in the crowd and was crying. So, I mean, we were a pretty close family. So
That's good. That's good.
we knew a lot of people, got to know a lot of people, and so it worked out good.
And when was that?
The boy, I don't know. I would say it's been at least probably 10 years ago, I would say.
Really awesome. And I know you said this a little bit beforehand, before we started recording, but what made you decide to go into this line of work?
As I said, it was him and he saw the need there. And it just had, and something else that I was going to tell you about memorable, he liked to walk around while the people were working and just acknowledge them, that he put a lot of personal with them, he just really enjoyed that. And then once a year or so, he'd have a meeting for everybody to get together. And one thing he said that I think I heard later really stayed with a lot of people. He told everybody there, he said, we are, ordinary people, but we do extraordinary things. And I had a lot of the employees tell me how much that meant when he said that. So
That's really awesome. That's very quotable. So you already mentioned that you had a lot of family working with you. What were some of their thoughts regarding you guys owning the business? Was there any pushback before with owning the business from family, or were they always there and supportive?
Well, these were all supportive. These were our, we had 2 daughters, and these were our grandkids that worked for us, too. And it was definitely a family there that was there. Yeah.
Awesome. And then last question. So I appreciate your time so far. Is there anything else you would like to talk about that we haven't talked about that you just want to bring up?
No, I guess I just want to say I really appreciate all the people that helped us so much. We couldn't have done it without them, and it's just, we feel very, very fortunate and grateful for everything. So,
I appreciate your time. I really do. Thank you so much.
well, yes, well, thank you.